And North Melbourne turned an 18-point deficit at quarter time into a 2-point advantage at the half-time break. And yibbida, she was all over, and that was the end of the ball game. Tony Lockett, 6 magnificent goals, a terrific season for 121, and the Duck leading his team to the 1996 flag, Wayne Carey. Just the one yesterday, but his presence was quite superb, and he ended up with 82. And I think that any team who has a centre-half forward and a captain who kicks 82 goals, gentlemen, must be very, very hot favourites for the flag, and they were. Wayne Carey has joined us, and of course the people at Arden Street are now gathering because Wayne and the team and Dennis and Cheryl Pagan will be celebrating for a long, long time. You're glowing, you look just sensational, and you must... Is it starting to sink in?
I don't know about looking sensational, mate, but...
the makeup's done well.
No, look, I can't describe how I'm feeling at the minute. It's a sensational feeling, and, you know, all the boys, you know, I'm just so proud of everyone down at North and all the supporters. Fantastic last night to see their faces and how proud they were of us, and, yeah, a fantastic feeling.
It must be tremendous for you to have to come back under adversity, and anything that's gained with a little bit of difficulty means more to you. The hype during the week had you winning between 15 and 30 goals, and at half-time you could have been staring down the barrel, save for a very, very late burst in the second quarter.
Yeah, it was hard. I think that Sydney got off to a very good start, and I know that I was a little bit nervous, you know, coming into the second quarter. I mean, they're a great side and they deserve to be in the grand final, and you know, it was a fantastic contest, and you know, it was a great grand final, and one that we're rapt to win.
When they started off with the big run at you, you know, and halfway through the second quarter there was desperate trouble, wasn't there? Did you significantly... I saw you running and giving directions everywhere. What was all that about?
Well, I don't know, Bobby.
He's the captain, Bob.
Yeah, I know, but you were shouting to Reed. What was the coach doing? Was he shouting to you and you were...
No, I was just trying to tell the boys to settle down a bit and you know, try to get our focus on hitting the ball hard. And, you know, Sydney, to their credit, were fantastic early in the game, and, you know, they stayed in the game. You know, it wasn't over, I thought, until probably the 24, 25-minute mark of the last quarter. I mean, you know, it was a sensational game to be involved in.
You must have been very pleased with some of your players who haven't got names up in the forward line in that second quarter with the crumbing and the snap goals. They brought you right back into the game, like Freeborn as an example.
Yeah, Freo, look, he's a sensational player, Freo, and he got dropped about 5 or 6 weeks before the finals as a bit of a shake-up, and Dennis brought him back in, and, you know, he's been great for us. And I remember before the game, before we were about to run out, and Freo had a few tears in his eyes, and I thought, Jesus, you know, how's Freo going here? He's a bit too toey here, but he was sensational, and really he kept us in the game.
Well, at the start of the game, I think it surprised most observers that Matty Capuano was in the ruck and Corey McKernan up forward. Was that like a surprise tactic, or was it just because of Corey's injury the week before? Not sure how he was.
No, I think Corey was 100% fit. It was really, I suppose, Matty finished last week off very well, and I think that if we could have got away with Matty playing the whole game in the ruck and Corey up forward, it would have been a bit of a luxury, but didn't work out that way. And when Corey went into the ruck, we did get a bit of a lift.
Wayne, what about your own game? Did you feel like you were a bit of a magnet every time, particularly in the first quarter and a half? Every time you were near the ball, you seemed to be drawing about 3 or 4 Swans players.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's been their tactic all year. They've dropped guys back in defence, and they've really crowded the opposition forward line, and you know, it was nothing different yesterday. Paul Roos was loose quite a few times in the first quarter, and I thought we were in a little bit of trouble there early on. You know, we had to get the guys down there and try and, I suppose, drag them out, but they did it well early, Sydney.
Wayne, just going back to the week leading up to it, you said you were nervous and a lot of the boys were nervous. Just for the people that don't understand what it's like to play in a grand final and perhaps even win one now, just how nervous were you during the week?
Look, I can't describe how nervous I was. I remember sitting down on Saturday morning. I got out of bed, had breakfast and sat down on the lounge before I had my shower, and I said to myself, I hope I never ever go through these type of feelings ever again. I mean, it was an incredible feeling. I just didn't want to be in that situation. I didn't want that type of feeling to be upon me, and it was an incredible feeling. And I suppose now, looking back, I hope we are in the situation again one day. But no, it Yeah, very nerve-wracking.
What'd you have for breakfast? What'd you have for breakfast, Wayne? Come on, you might get $1 million ad out of it.
Cornflakes, mate, that's all I had.
Was it Kellogg's or
What was the
Sanitarium?
brown liquid you had on your Cocoa Pops? These two undisciplined people. We're going to go to you, Roscoe. What does that mean,
I was
Roscoe?
going to say to Wayne, I thought it was quite fitting that Ian Fairley had that last mark, kicked a goal. Do you think it'd be a nice way for him to go out, or do you think he should go on for another year?
Oh, look, Flossie's been probably the most underrated player at North for a number of years now, and I know every pre-season in the intra-club games, he's one guy that I don't like lining up on. He's a fantastic player, and I think he probably could go on another year, but it'd be interesting to see his decision. I mean, it was a fantastic finale for him, and he's won a grand final and kicked the last goal. It'll be interesting to see what he does.
Is Flossie a good mate of Missy's?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Flossie's a good mate of mine, because a few snapper just coming into Port Phillip Bay will be sorry they haven't thought about it when he gets out on the bay. And I tell you what, 200 games, a premiership and a goal in a grand final for your last kick, Flossie. Have a long, hard think about it over a cold one this afternoon at Arden Street. Craig, our King Carey is in here, the superstar captain, and you've got some nice prizes for him.
For Wayne this morning, a wonderful keepsake. A replica of the Golden Premiership Cup from Selangor Pewter. Available tomorrow from What's New stores. A special bound collection of the latest in footy collector cards. The Hall of Fame set in the store shortly. And something to watch on the video tonight from the Visual Entertainment Group. The 1996 AFL Grand Final video. That's out tomorrow.
And for your garage sale, another hat, as Rodney Rood said, not another hat. And also the Premiers. Mike Dolby actually had this printed in 1946, and the North Melbourne T-shirt for you.
Thank
and
you.
the one you're waiting for from What's New stores, the gold replica cup with the 1996 champion team engraved on it, and you'll be able to show that to your grandkids, son.
I definitely will, Rex.
All the best to you.
Thanks.
Wayne Carey, a true champion, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to come back, and don't forget Arden Street today, all North Melbourne fans to celebrate a marvellous 1996 achievement by the North Melbourne Football Club. Back after the break.
We're working for you. We're working for you. Working to Tassie. Southern Cross is working for you. If you want to know somebody, really get to know somebody. If you want to know someone, really get to know someone. Just wait till you drive it. Just wait.
Leave it with me. We'll have a mentor arranged to help you as soon as possible.